Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for showing up today. I showed up. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I am going to be making banana bread today. I told a friend that I would make her some depending on how my week went. So I figured since I was already gonna make this banana bread, I was going to come on here and make it with you guys, and maybe you guys can use this recipe or whatever. I try to use as the least amount of salt as possible. This recipe calls for salt, but I am using unsalted butter, or I'm using salted butter, sorry. And so we're not gonna add the salt. I just wanna throw that out there at you guys, that this recipe does, and I'll tell you when it comes time, like how much salt you need to use if you're using unsalted butter, but it does call for salt. I think that's it. Oh, I forgot to grab the sugar. Give me 2 seconds. So I've been kind of busy in my house. I have my butter kind of warming up over there by the heater. We have a furnace. And so I couldn't think of what it was called, you guys. So we have a furnace, and this is one of my favorite coffee cups. I'm still drinking my morning coffee because it is like 9 o'clock here. And Journey kept us up really late last night. So Mama needs a coffee. Mama needs a coffee. Okay, so I'm going to put my bananas, and I'm kind of doing this backwards from what my recipe says, but I don't really care. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my bananas in my bowl. I'm gonna grab a bag to put my trash in. Ooh, hello. So I'm putting it in the smaller bowl because I'm going to mix everything in this bowl. So you need 3 bananas for this, and they need to be ripe. I've never tried unripened bananas. I'm sure it would work, but I think the reason they need to be ripe is because it's easier to mash. I don't know. I've just always known to use ripe bananas. And I have my recipe book over here. So if you see me looking that way, that's what I'm looking at. And I have you guys facing this way because my table is a disaster, you guys. I have yard sale stuff all over it. We're going through the house, and we rearranged my living room, and we are and we're getting ready to have a yard sale hopefully soon, at least by, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but one of these nice days I plan to have a yard sale. I just gotta finish going through things and making sure if I want it or not, which is kind of hard sometimes because my husband does not believe in getting rid of things. balance each other out in that in that area. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of loop this through. I want to show you guys something. So I'm gonna kind of see if I can't turn you. Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay, so I'm gonna loop this through like this. Like, see how I got it? I don't know if anybody has ever shown me this, but I loop it through and then I pull it through itself. And then I take where the knot, where it's holding on to the handlebar, and I take the end of it and I kind of loop it through that knot, and I pull it and it holds itself. So if you ever need a place to put your trash while you're cooking and you don't want to drag the trash can over because you don't want to get your hands dirty, that's perfect. Okay. And we save our bags so that we can use them as trash bags. Okay, I'm going to mushy my Nana. This is going to be so yummy in my tummy. And I think I may have figured out how to start editing my videos. Fingers crossed. I used to edit my videos for Facebook, but I always had trouble. And so, I really didn't like to do it, but my husband gave me an idea. And so, well, he's not my husband, and I shouldn't be saying that because somebody's going to take that the wrong way whenever we do get married. My fiance, I guess that's what I should say. But we've been together, we're going on 8 years in August, you guys, so we might as well be married. And we have a child together. We plan on getting married. We've just got some things to take care of first. All right, so I got my Nana mushed. That I wish Journey could eat baby food, you guys. Today's gonna be a big day for us. For sure, I know, because she is moving into her own bedroom today. I have moved every single one of my kids at their 3-month mark, and today is her 3-month birthday. So guess what? It is time. We've got to hook the camera up in there. Make sure everything's ready. I'll probably change for bed sheets because she's taken naps in there before, but oh, it's gonna kill me. You guys, just pray for me, okay? Pray for me. Okay. So I already greased my pan, and I'm actually gonna preheat my oven to 350. So that way while we're doing all of this, my oven can be preheating. I'm gonna take milk. I think that's, well, Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, I think it's a tablespoon. So a tablespoon of milk, and I'm gonna mix my eggs. You can use 2 large eggs, or you can mix your own eggs. I use powdered eggs when I bake because you can't taste the powdered eggs in your baking or your cooking. But if you're making powdered eggs to eat, I don't necessarily recommend. You can do it. It just don't taste that great. Powdered eggs aren't that great. But when you're baking or whatever, it's a great way to get rid of powdered eggs if you so happen to have them. I get powdered eggs every month from the Indians, and so I use them in my baking and stuff. And I have ate them when I didn't have any eggs, and I wanted eggs, and I promise it is not the yummiest thing. Okay, so I'm gonna be lazy and we're gonna use a plastic cup. I don't want to do a bunch of dishes. Okay. Whoop. Okay. I'm gonna set this to the side here, and I'm gonna put my cup here. So I think it's 2 tablespoons to, yes, 2 tablespoons of egg product plus 1/4 cup of water is equivalent to 1 egg. We need two eggs. So we're gonna use trying to get this down in there. That's why I shook it. Okay, there we go. I got it that time. Okay. One of these makes 10 eggs. 1 packet makes 10 eggs. Use my, I don't want to get. Okay. So I'm gonna, oh, I forgot I had my oven on. Okay, so I'm gonna take my tablespoon measuring thing, and I'm gonna put 4 tablespoons of powdered eggs. If you have real eggs, you can just crack 2 eggs. 3, 4. I have to get rid of my powdered eggs somehow, so. All right. And then I need 1/4 of a cup of water for each egg. So I'm going to use I'm trying to see. I can't see. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so there's 1. And 2. Okay. I'm wanting to repaint this kitchen. It needs a paint job. When we moved in, they didn't repaint it before we moved in, and it kind of looks like a disaster. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really care for the colors that they have in here. But What can a girl do? Okay, so I'm going to, I'm mixing my eggs, and I'm going to, let me see, I need, butter, sugar, oh, poop. I just realized something. Okay, we can fix this. So the milk does not go in the bowl first. I told y'all I was going all out of order. Maybe I should read directions. Because I need to prep the butter and sugar mixture. I'm going to let that warm up just a teeny bit more. I'm going to go ahead and pour the sugar in. Mix butter, sugar in till creamed. I don't have that written down, but that's what they want. They want you to cream the butter and sugar. Okay. That's what I thought, 1 cup. 1 cup of butter, or I mean, sugar. I'm almost there. One cup. Hi, Daisy girl. My dog's laying by the heater. She's gonna think I'm gonna give her something. She doesn't know. We just got her. She doesn't know that we don't feed. She's a rescue, you guys. But she does not know that we do not feed them any kind of table food outside of their bowl. We do give our dogs table food, but we only put them in their bowl, and there are certain things that they are not allowed to have because doggies can't have certain things because it can hurt them. Like chocolate, garlic. I don't even know what else right now. But there are things that dogs can't have. Onions, grapes. So, they only get things in their bowl, and it cannot have those kinds of things in them. Okay. I'm going to kind of wondering if I shouldn't kind of pop that in the microwave real quick. It's not exactly the temperature I want it to be, but I'm ready to move on. So we're gonna pop it in the microwave for just a few seconds. I need it really soft, and it's not really soft. Okay. I'm dumb. being dumb, y'all. That is very soft. Okay, it'll work. So I kind of liquefied my butter. It'll be all right. We'll make it work. But I am... You could definitely liquefy your butter. This kind of worked out. Anyway, so I'm going to mix this. I don't have a mixer, so I do everything by hand. My husband is looking into getting me a hand mixer. So that way I have something because I like to bake and cook and stuff. I am going to So now I'm going to add my eggs, and I'm going to mix that in to my butter and sugar. I've got kind of a soupy consistency. Going on here. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side, and let's see, I got my bananas mashed. I need milk, cinnamon, flour, and baking powder. Okay, cinnamon and milk. We're gonna mix all that in a measuring cup. Okay, so I'm just going to put, let's see, I need a teaspoon of cinnamon. Let's see, let's use the bigger side. Actually, I'm gonna do this so that I don't make a mess. Okay, a teaspoon of cinnamon with my milk, and I'm going to mix that together. Cinnamon and milk does not mix very well, so don't worry if it doesn't mix very well. Just mix it the best you can to to where it looks like the cinnamon is wet, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm done with mine. Okay, so now we're gonna do this little mixture, and I'm gonna do it in here. Dry this out. I normally don't dry my own dishes. I let my dishwasher do it for me. But I got a towel here to dry out my dishes because I don't want to have to do a whole lot of dishes. So, okay. So I've got throw that away and throw that away. So I'm gonna mix 2 cups of flour, I believe 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Let me make sure, yes, 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You need quite a bit of flour. Just a teeny bit more. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait to see her face whenever I take her bread tomorrow. She's gonna love me. She's like, my favorite thing in the world is banana bread. Girl, I got some ripe bananas. I'll make you some bread. I'll break bread with you. Okay. I am going to so I will say that you could put pecans or walnuts in this. I'm not going to because I don't know if my friend is allergic or not. But if you do, you could add like I would say 1/4 of a cup maybe of chopped nuts. You could do more, but I wouldn't do any more than a 1/2 cup, and that would make it like extremely nutty. So what was I doing? Okay. I'm not paying attention to you guys. But I really wouldn't even do it 1/2 cup. I would do it the most of 1/3. To be honest. But usually when you have bread recipes that call for nuts, it's usually 1/4 of a cup. So if you want to add like, and that would be a chopped nut recipe. So like 1/4 of chopped nuts in this. I have pecans in my shelf that I would use if I was, and I do that the ghetto way. I use towel and a hammer to crack my nuts. So that was 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of baking soda. They are different, by the way. I used to think they were the same thing. They are not. Okay. Baking soda, baking powder. And we're going to set that to the side. And I'm going to kind of mix this in here with the spoon that I'm using. Kind of mix it all together. And then we are going to I just want to make sure it's mixed real good. Okay. add my bananas to my butter and sugar and egg mixture. One dirty dish. I'm crazy. I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna mix this first. Make sure it mixes pretty good. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. My baking and stuff will be so much easier once I get a mixer. Okay, so this is gonna look like a paste. It actually looks like I could just eat it off the spoon. It looks yummy. It looks like chocolate, but it's not, it's cinnamon. I'm gonna put that in my mixture. Make sure I get it all. Put that in my mixture. Okay, and we're gonna mix that real good. Make sure it's nice and mixed together. And then, this is gonna be so good. So it's gonna look lumpy, and that's okay, because the butter and the sugar not only does that, but also the bananas. You gotta think the bananas are going to be lumpy as well. So it's okay if it's lumpy. Okay, so we're gonna add our baking soda, baking powder, and flour. You can add a little at a time or all at once. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. And then just stir that until the flour is completely gone, everything's saturated, and it looks like a mix instead of a separated mix. Okay. Scrape the sides of my bowl. Get all of it in there. Sides a little better. This is gonna be so delicious. Delicious. I hope you guys enjoy my channel. I enjoy making these videos. I have several stocked up on my phone to edit and stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to use some of them, but some of them I think I'm going to be able to. My daughter's in there sleeping. No, she's sleeping away. She's been going through kind of like a back-to-back growth spurt. I was like, what's wrong with my baby? She's sleeping all the time. But she's just going through a growth spurt, that's all, you know. I guess when they eat a bunch and sleep a bunch, that means they're going through a growth spurt. So I actually made a video that I would like to use, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, because when I tried to edit it, it cut off my face, like from here up you can't see, and I just didn't like that. I want you guys to be able to see my face and my expressions. And okay, so I have a bunch of, this is gonna be so good. She's gonna be so excited. Okay. All right, you guys. So I got this in the pan. I'm gonna wipe the sides off so that way, there we go. Okay, so I got it in my pan, and we're gonna throw it in the oven at 350 for 1 hour to 1 hour and 10 minutes. And just to tell if it's done or not, you can take a toothpick or a fork, poke it in the middle, in the thickest part of your baked bread or cake or whatever, and you can poke it down in there, and if it comes out clean, then your product is done. If it does not, then your product still needs to be cooked. I wouldn't, after the recommended time, I wouldn't cook it any longer than 5 to 10 minutes at a time, depending on how undone it is. That's just something you got to kind of teach yourself. So to start out, maybe 5 minutes at a time, so you can kind of guesstimate on your own. But I'm going to pop this in the oven, and we shall be back. Okay, so I'm starting dinner. I'm going to be making cowboy casserole. Anyways, so I'm starting dinner, so I have potatoes here, but my banana bread is done, and I wanted to show you guys what it looked like, what it should look like, and I wanted to cut into it and try a little piece of it. So I have my banana bread. It's still hot because I just took it out of the oven. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pan that I have here. And I'm going to use some tin foil. Cover my pan, and I'm going to take my bread and we're going to let it plop out of the pan. I'm going to set that to the side. I don't want to. And then I have my banana bread. Okay. My banana bread. My banana bread. Okay. So I'm going to take my bread knife, which is in here somewhere. So I'm gonna take my bread knife. Maybe. Take my bread knife. And I'm gonna cut this sucker. I'm gonna cut this sucker. I'm gonna cut it in half. Oh yeah. Oh, smell that aroma. It smells delish. Look at that. Beautiful. Can y'all see this? Don't that look good? Okay, so half of this is for my friend and the other half is for me and Nick. So I'm going to take a little piece off of ours. It's super hot and very moist. Okay. That's good. That's good, you guys. Okay, so I am going to wrap up my friend's half and my half, put mine in the fridge, and then, well, not yet. I don't want to put it in the fridge while it's hot or store it while it's hot because it'll mold faster. So I'm just going to let it sit here. I'm going to eat this piece. But I'm going to let it cool off. I'm going to wrap it, store it, give her tomorrow. Mine will probably be gone tonight. My husband loves bread. My fiance. I need to stop saying husband, you guys. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go enjoy my banana bread. Finish my dinner. And sit back and relax while my dinner cooks in the crock pot. And you guys have a good day.